and then you're gonna have like a 3-foot delay coax. Because you're delaying one antenna over the other antenna, and then you switch them and you reverse that delay.
Yep, okay. So what I was thinking of doing, I was thinking of doing two, and I was thinking of doing the DX Commander, the big one. It's called the Nebula, and it's resonant on however many bands you want. So you could do like 80, 40, 20, 17, 12, 10. And technically, when you're on each band, it's a monoband antenna. So, because it's basically a vertical fan dipole. So I was thinking of doing two of those. And he's relatively reasonable. It's like $400 or $500 an antenna.
Yeah, well, there's another way you could do it. You could actually create a trapped Yagi. It's a wire antenna. It goes up just like a dipole, and you put 2 elements, 3 elements up if you'd like, and basically it'll either be a northeast, southwest type of antenna, multi-band, and you can have traps on it and do several bands, and basically you got to get them up the same height, and you got to spread them out about the same width. You know what I mean?
Yep, I've looked at those too. It's all going to depend on what the property ends up being. If there's big tall trees that are opposite each other, might do a big 80-meter delta loop vertical 2-element, kind of like what Steve runs on 40, but I would run it on 80, and then maybe a vertical for everything else.
Yeah, or do a big sky loop, an 80-meter sky loop, and you're going to get that up 50 feet or better. And then much area in that whole vehicle laterally. And or you can do a 160. It'll work on 160. Work great on 80, and you'll also be able to do 40. And then for the other bands, just a regular multi-band antenna, or like you said, verticals. I guess 10 meters would be pretty good with a vertical, and so would I guess 15 meters would work with a vertical too, because that's going to be all long distance, 20 meters.
Yep. I do 17, 15, and 10 on this thing now, and it works great. And then if I went the vertical route, I would do a loop on the ground for receive, because that's the only downside. You could have 200 radials, and the thing is still noisy.
Yeah, I also noticed, even with you and your vertical, you have a lot of output. You know, like your output's up there, the signal's strong, but you don't hear as well. I think if you had something other than the vertical or those ground radios, to hear with, it would be a night and day difference for you. But locally, it's fine. But I guess a horizontal antenna would probably be best at a listening antenna, or a beverage. If you have the land, lay out beverages, and then have a receive-only port activated on your radio.
Yep, a beverage or a loop on the ground. The problem is I can't do it now, because if I did the loop on the ground, it would be within the field of the radial, of the of the radials and of the vertical. I'd blow something up, because it'd be basically wrapped around the perimeter where the radials are.
With all that's going on, if you moved, you'd have to stay close, don't you?
Yeah, I would, but I'd have at least an acre.
Yeah, at least. And you could also, is there areas, probably, when I was younger, there was areas on Long Island, but I don't think there's areas out there now, where you live on the outside of town, and get you 2 acres or 3 acres, but there's probably not much of that left, right?
Well, there is, but it's in a like ultra affluent community town. So Fort Salonga is part of my school district, and that's where we would move. But if you want 2 acres, you're looking at like 1.8.
Oh wow.
Ah, good morning, Bill.
Gentlemen. You're sounding good, loud and proud this morning. Yeah, it seems like. That's sick, man. I can't believe it's that high, man.
Well, for an acre, if I move today for an acre and like a 2,800 square foot house, maybe 3,000, I'm looking at like 111.
Yeah, how many kids do you have?
I have two.
Okay. And how old are they?
Very young, third and second grade.
Oh, yeah, so you're in for the long haul. You're going to need something with that kind of space.
Like even now, we're in a 3,200 square foot house, but we're on a quarter acre. And there's enough room in the house. I could go smaller, but just when you're buying that much land, you could be in a 1,000 square foot house, and you're still spending like 800-900.
Yeah, I got you. Man, the prices have gone up so hard since I was young. There was lots out there you could have picked up for $3,500.
Oh yeah, Patchogue, Sayville. Those are all nice towns, and Patchogue got all revitalized. Those are $1 million houses now. Yeah, my grandfather built houses in Patchogue. He used to build them for 40 grand with the land.
Yeah, Mom had a house in Medford, and then we moved out to East Hampton. But we were in Medford quite a while when I was younger. What's Medford like?
Medford is still reasonable compared to like excuse me, compared to Patchogue. Anywhere from like 400 to 800.
All right, but I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but it's mostly Muslim, right?
The kids had friends out in Medford. No, I think it's just diverse. I don't think it's mostly anything.
Okay, because, there was a couple of years when we went up and we drove by the old house and the whole neighborhood was more or less Muslim. It was on Spratt Street. I'm trying to think of Horse Block Road. It was off of Horse Block Road. Remember where the Gucci fireworks was?
Yep, and that's where their friends lived, off Horse Block. No, I wouldn't say that's accurate. It could be. Again, I'm not there. But from what I remember, I don't think that's accurate, or it wasn't, at least when I was there.
Yeah, it may not still be. Is Gucci fireworks still in business?
They are still a business, though they probably have been hurting their butt off over the last 2 years because they canceled all the fireworks shows because of COVID.
Yeah, we're allowed to have those mortars down here that they make. Do you remember when the factory had an explosion?
Yep, I remember all that. Absolutely. Yeah, we're not allowed to have any of that up here, but we find it.
Yeah, we were in, I guess I was in the service. I was in the service and Mom wrote me about it. She said it blew out her windows. That's how close to the factory she was, even though they were on the other side of Horse Block Road. And, tragic accident. I forget how many people died. A few people died. Anyway, I'll let you pick it up with Bill for a minute. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. And there was a little stirring. A couple of guys tried to check in down below me about the time I was on, but I told them the frequency was in use, but they kind of made out they didn't hear me. So, the first one did. I don't know about the second one. The second one just left. But the first one made out he didn't hear me. It was strange to say the least for a Bible group. Anyway, I'll be right back. W4DR.
All right, Tom. Well, I'm playing nice in the sandbox. I'm 3K. How you doing, Bill? Bill, do you copy? KB2UKA standing by.
KWIM. I was out getting coffee in the kitchen, Doctor.
Oh, okay. That's what I figured. That's what I figured. I'm hearing you 5 and 9. Well, you're probably hearing me the same. The signal strength is strong. The audio is just low.
Yeah. Well, you're about 7-8 here.
Okay, you're 9, but you're like a 4.5 by 9. Oh man, man, I wish I could put a loop on the ground down. I don't have the room for it, and if I laid it down, um, it would be on the perimeter of the radial field of the vertical. I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know if that would make any difference being on the ground, and that would be, you're just using that for a receiving antenna, aren't you?
Right, that's what I would do, but what would happen if it's in the field of the transmitting antenna when I transmit?
Oh, I don't think it would bother it. I really don't.
Man, if that's the case, I could do that on the first nice day I get. I think I have enough room to lay it on the perimeter.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, Doug, but I don't really think that would bother it.
This man, even if a 5.9 went down to a 5.7, my noise floor would drop tremendously.
Well, that's all part of the game. You get more signals. You'll hear more signals coming in. So, yeah, that makes it nice if you can get that down, that noise floor way down.
We will see. I shall do my research. I shall. I'm assuming especially with the SDR radio, I'm assuming if I have a receive antenna, it completely isolates that from the radio when I transmit.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, definitely. It should, separate those two, receive and transmit.
All right, so I'd have to run it for 80 because that's the lowest I operate now, 80 through 10. As long as it could cover that, I'd be good.
Yeah, I think you can build them squares and loops or whatever, about 30 feet, 30 by 30 by 30 by 30.
Yep. I could probably make mine. Yeah, I could probably go a little longer. I could probably do a rectangle and do like 30 by 70. Yeah, that's what I probably could do. I don't think the length matters too much. Meaning, if you get it long enough, I think you could go longer.
I thought the legs had to be all equals, but I could be wrong.
Well, if that's true, I got to read up on it. Then I could do 30 by 30. All right, yeah. So that's gonna be good. That'll give me something to do. I was thinking that, or I was thinking a magnetic loop receive antenna. Because that might work too, but I don't want to spin it, so I don't know how directional they are.
Yeah, I think they're directional. Even on a receive, they got some, transmitters. They built them big enough for transmitting, but I think those are pretty directional.
Yeah, I think they are too. So maybe I do 2 of them, oriented in 2 different directions.
Yeah, you get to talk to Nate. He has one he uses on the ground. I don't know how close or adjacent his antennas are, but I know he uses one. He uses one. He loves it. And he actually sent me some parts to build everything that I need to put one on the ground. They're simple. I mean, there's not too much to them.
I feel like he's the one who told me I can't have it in the field of the transmitting antenna. I got to talk to him.
Well, that's where I got my information. If he said that, then that's probably right. Because I don't know. I got my information off of him.
All right, let me play with the. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm still testing this software. I'm playing. Excuse me. I'm playing with the preamp. Let me go get my energy drink. I'll be right back.
W4DRM, back in there, Dominic.
Okay, that's better. KB2UKA.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. I spilled my coffee. I'll be right back. W40.
I hate when that happens. Hope not in your lap. I doubled with you, Bill. What'd you say? Oh, yeah. This is a good one. It's called C4. 0 calories, 0 sugar. Tastes great. It has caffeine and beta-alanine in it, which is a pre-workout. It gets you going.
I'm a little bit too old for that. The old ticker might explode if I start drinking stuff like that.
Yeah, it makes your face burn and tingle. That's how you know it's working.
WA9WUD.
WA9WUD. Good morning.
Good morning, Don. This is Al. We talked, I guess, about a month ago, and you kind of got me going down the rabbit hole, so I'm finally able to jump in with some of the improvements.
Good morning, Alan. Well, you're sounding good, my friend. 80 meters, 75 meters, 80 is very noisy for me. But I have like an S8 noise floor here. But you're coming in over it just fine. You're like S9 cutting through the hash. I'm in here with my good friend Bill, K1WIL, and Dom, who's cleaning up a coffee spill, Whiskey 4 Delta Oscar Mike. Hey, Bill, do you copy Alan?
Yes, I do. Good morning, Alan. Bill, I'm over here in Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh. Kilo 1 Whiskey Indian, I'll switch to the coffee.
I'm back.
Yeah, hi, Bill.
Hello, Alan. W4DO. I'm just north of Columbia, South Carolina. I don't have a spill in the desk.
Hold on one second. Dom, I don't know if it's me. Let Bill have a listen. Something changed in your audio.
That you can use with your existing vertical, and then set up another receive antenna someplace when you look at this, and use the same cancellation technique for
Try it again, Al.
Hold on one second, guys.
I'm sorry, what?
You have RF all over your signal.
Let me check that out.
You must have got coffee into something.
Yeah, that's. I kept doubling with Alan. That's what I was trying to say, Dom.
What about now?
It's gone.
Yeah, turn the amplifier off. Let me check, make sure it's tuned. Yeah, I didn't get coffee or anything, and it's on the inside of that. So let me see what's going on. Pretty cool, GS2.
I hear all you guys, but you're all light now. The band's changing for me. But Alan, you're sounding good, man. So what are you running for audio?
Is that what you're hearing? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, Doug. I've been following your videos. Started off with on the receive side with your video on the denoise, and then I using again my Mac Mini, running audio hijack, which can use all the same plugins as you're using with Logic Pro. But for me, it's just a little bit easier to visualize the flow. And just starting off with some of the basics and trying to build up my learning and experience and getting some feedback.
Well, I just opened up my receive to 4K. It sounds good, Alan. It's very crisp. You'll hear it on the live stream. You're at a really good starting point. Let me just stand by for a second. Dom wants to check his signal. Go ahead, Dom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. I'm assuming you had your ramp off.
He's tuning back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I hear it.
Bill, I don't hear him that well. Is it gone?
Well, he was in it before, but somebody was fairly carried it. But last I heard him, he still had RF on the signal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Yeah, I hear it. Let me see what's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Switch over to your thing.
I did. I'm on the other one. Let me see. Kilo 4, Golf Hotel Charlie.
Good morning, Glenn. In here with Bill, K1WIL, with Alan. Alan, you'll have to refresh my memory next time on the call. And Dom, Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike. I'm hearing everyone but light, but that's me, not you guys. I don't receive too well on 80.
Yeah, morning, Doug. Yeah, I'm the same way too. Actually, I just worked on the 80 meter antenna yesterday. Try to get it up a little bit higher, stuck in a tree. Good morning, Bill. K4GHD, just running Bill from the connection. Good to meet you. The other station there. I didn't quite hear who you said boy, Dom, you're 20 under down here, but that little bit of RF has got your audio, unfortunately. But anyway, I heard you down here, so I've been floating down here a little bit. I was up on 40 earlier, so just getting through 45 and 80, see what's going on, and heard you guys are here. So good morning.
Good morning, Glenn. We've got Bill. I'm out here by Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've got a good signal coming into PA here, so just want to let you know that good sounding audio to K1WIL.
Okay, Bill, appreciate it. Thank you. That's you running the Sunsdr2 DX too, also. And probably about 800 watts right now. Down here in Alabama, right next door to Florida. Florida's about 1 mile down the road, so
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, you're anywhere from 9 to 10 over, so I know the band's fluctuating a little bit, but I'll go ahead and let you pick Alan up. I didn't catch Alan's call either, and I'll turn it over to him. Go ahead, Alan, and see if you can pick Glenn up. K1WIL.
Yeah, hi, Glenn. Yeah, all you guys are 5'9" plus here in Michigan. This is Alan. Whiskey Alpha 9, Whiskey Uniform Delta, or otherwise known as What's Up Doc. Yeah, I'm running a Flex here, not using any of the onboard audio processors. I always run those outboard, both on the receive side and transmit side. And I've got a G5RV type of doublet antenna, and running the Flex amplifier right now at about 1,000 watts. So So hearing all you guys really good. Luckily, I'm out in the country here in Michigan, so I've got a fairly decent noise floor here on 80, so all you guys sound great.
10 over now, Alan. 80's going long. Go ahead, Glenn.
Oh, yeah, he's 10 over down here. Sounding good. Anyway, I got a buddy of mine lives up there in Lansing, Michigan, and he kills it down here. We're running actually is really low. Probably about 4 foot too long. Actually, I've got it set up for 58, but just about tunes up here. So anyway, so we get it to work. But yeah, great signal down here, Alan. You sounded great.
Okay, thanks, Glenn. Yeah, Doug, did you say that we doubled up?
No, I'm hearing you louder than anybody else, so 80's long right now. You're 10 over.
Okay, yeah, I just switched over to the vertical to see if that makes any difference.
You're still 10 over to me.
Okay, good. Well, I'm just going to continue monitoring. I wanted to jump in, and also, Doug, just wanted to thanks for your video. I don't know, between you and Steve, I've picked up a lot of learning and tried out a lot of your ideas. We're going down the rabbit hole.
Well, it's been a year and a half for me, and I don't see an end in sight, Alan. So the rabbit hole is a deep, dark free fall.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm kind of an experimenter and a builder, so it's something I was naturally attracted to. So, I'm having fun. I'm retired and from the nuclear industry, so I've been retired now for about 10 years. So this keeps me busy.
Well, that's great. Yep. I got about another 20 years. I'm gonna go to my mid-60s, Alan. So I better figure out what's a work-life balance if I want to do this stuff.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is it gone now?
Oh, it's gone.
No, gone.
Yeah, I may have a bad jumper. Let me see if I can move the switch box. The rule. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. All I did was swipe the switch box knob back and forth a couple of times.
Yeah, it was definitely in there, but I'm not hearing anything right now.
No, I'm hearing nothing, Dom. It's gone for now.
All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, the coffee was on the other side by the keyboard, under the keyboard. So I was like, what could have happened? All I did was go get coffee. But I guess it's something in the switch box because I just swiped it from one antenna back and forth a couple of times and it went away.
Yeah. Well, the only reason I said that because you said you spilled your coffee and you had to clean it up, and then when you come back, you had RF on your signal. So I thought, I didn't know. I was just surmising.
Yeah, I'm still. It might be in my microphone cable. There, it went away. Let me check this microphone plug. W4D.
KB2UKA.
K1WIL.
W89WIUD.
Glenn, excuse me, Glenn, you still in there?
Oh, yeah, Roger, K4DHC.
All right, I hear you. Good. I'm hearing everyone. Cool. How was 40 meters, Glenn? Was it long?
Yeah, it was for a little bit. I was chatting to some guy up in Connecticut, and oh boy, we were talking for probably, I don't know, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and you can see the band just shorten up. So it was time to come back down here. But playing down here a little bit, but not much going on here, Doug. I got a lot of things to do today. I've got to finish up this TV unit and run into Dayton, haircut and Home Depot. So nice combination there. So another weekend of spending money. Got some news by the way. I broke down, Doug. I broke down and ordered a new radio. Over.
Oh, does it begin with an A?
Yes, it sure does.
Congratulations, man. I'm probably gonna do it. However, I'm running, I'm on the newest release of the software. And yeah, they only released it to the testers. And boy, oh boy, the AGC is much, much improved. The mic leveling is pretty much fixed. And the auto noise cancellation is better, which has given me a lot of hope here.
Okay. Well, interesting. Actually, I'll jump through the screen here in a minute and ask some questions actually. I think you know the reason why I got kind of aggravated, so that's why I pulled the trigger. And now's the time to do it, though, if you're going to do it, to be honest. The radio went up $200. And it's right at $3,000 now. So I don't think it's going, it's not going to go down, that's for sure. So I've seen that and I was like, well, shoot, I better go ahead and pull the trigger. So I did last week. So anyway, you know, I've got no one to explain it to, so I'm kind of lucky there. So I can pretty much buy what I want, I guess. And so I kind of thought about it after I hit the pay button, but I thought, you know what, screw it, I want too much. So 7 more weeks, guys. I'm on a countdown now.
Yep. I heard they've been coming quicker than they were. The only thing really holding me back, Glenn, is I've got the audio working so good on the iMac that the whole reason to get the Anon is using Thetis, and I can't use Thetis on a Mac. I know there's some other software I can use, but that's really what's holding me back. I would have to go back to PC, and with OBS, I can't run the DAW with Banana. So that's really what's holding me back. If I could find software that'll run the Anon on the Mac that is almost as good as Thetis, I'd do it in a second.
All right. How's that?
That's the Dominic I know. So far, so good, Dom.
Yeah, I can usually get. You know what it was? It was the mic plug, the little clamp that holds the wire in. And there's a ground wire on these piles that come out to the clamp. The 2 screws were loose. The whole thing was loose, the bearing.
So you had a shaky ground.
To that transmission.
So we know that ground is important.
Oh, yeah. K1WIL to 50.
Yeah, W4 DOM.
KB2UKA, you coming up, Bill?
Yeah, you should start looking up too.
All right, I'm taking the headphones off. Let me know if it comes back in while I'm talking today. I hope I'm going to have to pull that out. Put something better in there than that white Loctite or some nail polish to hold them screwed tight.
What was that, Bill?
I said you and Dominic doubled, but I heard Dominic didn't.
Got it. Sorry. Man, if all you guys keep ordering Anons, it's going to put the wait time back to 12 weeks.
Well, when I ordered mine, Doug, they said 6 to 8 weeks. It took 12 weeks for me to get mine.
Yep.
I say it went up $200?
Yeah, it went up in price.
Oh, Lordy. They're all going to be jumping on the bandwagon about that stuff, you know, with this chip stuff.
Well, when inflation is 7.5%, it costs them more money to get the parts.
Yeah, but the thing is when it's all said and done, they probably won't lower the price, you know?
No, never. Ever. But what's supposed to happen in the economic cycle, wages should eventually, and I'm saying should because of our administration, but should eventually catch up to inflation. So then, yeah, everything stays costing more, but the income is more, so it's all relative anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, all his kids won them $15 an hour raises, or $15 an hour starting pay. Now they're back in the same boat they were in before.
Well, I'll tell you what. Social Security normally jumps about 3% a year. They, if they come out and do a 3% jump when inflation is 7.5%, that's going to be a slap in the face to the people that are retired collecting Social Security. Because you got to do a 7% jump just to keep pace with inflation.
They increased the Medicare costs greater than they increased the cost of living in Social Security.
Yep, I saw that, Alan. So that's when you start to have disparagement, and the spread starts to get wider and wider, and then that causes problems.
Yeah, inflation, it's a great moneymaker for the government because they get to pay back their loans with dollars that are worth less.
Absolutely. And when the Fed does their first rate hike, normally they do 25 basis points at a time, but that's going to do nothing. So the consensus at my company is they're going to do 50 basis points, their first one. I personally think they're going to do more. I think they're going to do 75 to 100 basis points. And it's going to cause immediate sticker shock. But actually, if they're going to try to curl it in, they have to do something that big.
Well, what I get a chuckle out of is the administration is saying that they expect inflation to abide itself. Yeah, but the reason it's going to go down is because the Federal Reserve is going to push down the economy.
100%. 100%. Man, things were going so well. Here we go.
Just below.
Did Frank say anything about his radio yet? He ought to be getting close to them shipping his.
No, he hasn't. And I think a week ago, I thought he was going to get it that week.
Yeah, no, you'd have to be awful close.
Hey, who sells microphone cable that has shield on the outside, around it?
What do you need? You need one with like a push-to-talk jack?
No, I'm thinking about just rewiring this thing myself. I noticed the Heil cable. It has a ground wire that goes through it, but some of them actually have a shield like what my coax has around the wires. That's what I'd be looking for. You know anybody that sells that type of microphone cable?
Yeah, the best microphone cable I have found is Mogami. So it's shielded, and it's actually it's a quad cable. So there's 4 wires inside the sleeve, and they're all shielded from each other. That's what I run here.
Yeah, I would need 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need 7 wires.
Oh, that's right. You're going right. I'm just all XLR. I'm XLR into the audio interface.
Yeah, I could probably go online and find something. I can't believe these guys are fired up on 97 right underneath us.
Yeah, that Mogami cable is expensive, though.
Yeah, just the name alone is going to give you chills.
Yep. I still have them laying around here from when I had the rack here. I think a 3-foot jumper is like XLR jumper is like $28.
And Alan, are you still on frequency?
Yeah, I'm still with you, Don.
I was wondering where you were located. You got a good signal here.
I'm in southwestern Michigan, just down in the lower left-hand corner, right on kind of where the Lake Michigan starts, turn around to the west.
Oh, I got you. So what are you running?
I've got a Plex 6600 with the PGXL amplifier. And right now I'm using my vertical, which is a step-by-arm vertical for transmit, and a G5RV for receive because I get a little bit better noise limit.
Roger, Roger. Well, you got a good signal here in South Carolina. And who is the other gentleman with the English accent?
Glenn, you still in there? Glenn must have departed us.
Okay. He sounded familiar. I talked to a group down on 3780, 688 around that area over in England, and there's another guy down in Florida, and he sounded just like the guy down in Florida that had the English accent.
Glenn's in Alabama, so yeah, that could be him.
Oh, yeah, it's not him. The other guy was in Florida, but they sounded identical. They could have been brothers.
Well, it's like all you Brooklyn guys, and all sound the same.
Hey, what's the matter for you?
Hey, Doug, I just sent you a audio file of a little bit of your transmission. You can hear what you sound like here in Michigan on 80 meters. Sent it to your QRZ email.
Oh, good. Thank you. Because I'm on my 3K profile, and I don't get to hear this one enough. I appreciate it.
And a final question, is all my RF gone, Bill, or is there something still lingering around? Because I kind of like just jam that wire back in place and tighten the screw down.
I hear nothing here, but I'm like you're clean as a whistle now as far as what I'm hearing.
Yeah, anybody else picking up any RF on my signal here?
None at all. You sound like you always do.
Okay. Okay, had a messy morning here. Stuffed with coffee. All right. Gremlin come up out of nowhere. Took care of that. Come on, bring it on.
I got one of those baby mugs where it has a lid on so I can't, like a sippy cup.
That's what I use to use a sippy cup. I got one of these, it's a Christmas mug. And, I don't know, it holds about 3 cups of coffee. And that's what I drink out of this morning. I filled it up just a little bit too much. And when I sat down, the keyboard drawer on the desk was hanging out. And when I spun around with the chair, it just rattled the whole desk and just splurged all over the place.
Yeah, my daughter got me this cup for Father's Day a couple of years ago. And if you ever seen the old malt machines where, had the big head on top with a propeller and the cup went underneath of there when they were making a milkshake or whatever. That's what this cup looks like. It's pretty cool. It's like retro.
Right.
It's got like a diamond pattern in halfway up the cup there, and it's all insulated. It's stainless steel.
Right. I'll tell you what. This keyboard in my belly at the bridge. Sometimes when I can, you guys get me laughing. When I laugh, my belly jingles like jumps up and down like Santa Claus. And grabs his keyboard drawer and goes, turn.
Like a sound effect then, huh?
Yeah, sound effect.
Yeah, you guys are unreadable here in Michigan. There's another station pretty strong, about 2 kc now.
Yeah, it's from 97. I don't know why they just fire up underneath us. They have room below them to go. They know we can't go up any farther. And they have room to go down, and they won't. And I'm not picking that argument
today. Old habits are hard to break, you know what I'm saying? Boy, if they would just abide by the regulations that the FCC puts out. I guess they're way above the FCC. I guess that's how they're looking at it.
I went on their frequency yesterday, And after we left, to thank the guy for having the patience with us while we used the frequency and moved off. He was so sarcastic, and they're a Bible group. And I could not believe that they were a Bible group. I mean, talk about being hypocritical.
Well, that's just a front. They're not God-willing people. They wouldn't act that way. They'll get big one of these days. They're watching these things, and they'll get more.
Hold on. The problem.
He said you were forcing us off the frequency. I was like, no, I was on the frequency before you got here. I'm not forcing you to do anything.
Here's the problem. Let me see if I have it.
You know, sit there and then preach about the Bible verses. It's like, give me a break.
Let me see if I have it. Hold on. Okay, here's the problem. So you get a guy who's 25 or 30 years old who just got his general license, and he comes down and he asks is the frequency in use, and he's got these a group of guys attacking him that he's got to move, and he's scratching his head, and he's like, wait a minute, I just took my general exam, I don't have to move, I guess I'm wrong. And then he gets bullied out of there and doesn't go back on the radio.
Yeah, that happens. But yeah, then he tried to do what somebody that's been around since the beginning of time, and we don't buy it.
They're trying to live by the rules and regulations of what they learn, and they're right. They don't have to move, but they're young and scared. The FCC, the whole deal, so they just bow down to them. Well, you get paid for that, you're going to do that because he knows what the regulations are, so he doesn't have to. And believe me, though, eventually, you're all going to take care of it.
Yep, 100%. Guys, I'm going to jump up to 40 for a minute. I want to listen around and see if it's open.
See if you can find a clear one.
Yep, let me take a look. I'll be right back. Or I'll send it on Signal if I think it's good. KB2UKA QSY. And if I send it on Signal, just let the other guys know.
We will. Take your time, because the band's really not going to probably open up until about 7:45 anyway.
Yep, I want to hear what I'm hearing. I'll be right back.
Up to EESDRv3. We have some unusual event in years gone by, but K2UKA Juliet Alpha Juliet A9JAJ. I've got K0RDX and K9JHA, and let's go with that in that order there. K0RDX, come on aboard, Randy.
All right, KB4, Whiskey Mike, K0RDX. Good morning, Dennis. Good morning to the Navy Net. I'm Randy. I'm in Bloomfield, Missouri, where we
KB2UKA is the frequency in use. KB2UKA is the frequency in use.
right on. I've been here before. K9JAJ, come on aboard.
Yeah, good morning, Dennis. K9JJ, Jeff from Columbus, Indiana. We're
K4Sunsdr2 here, KB5DU, and add Richard to the list, please.
I didn't get that, Ronnie. You're real muffled, real super muffled.
Okay, did Ronnie pick up?
The W4BXI, when he switched to Alabama, I could hardly hear him. When he switched to the Alabama one, he went right up to 10 over, a good solid 10 over signal here into to northeast Ohio. So, other than that, Bob, that's about it. Good morning to you, and like I said yesterday, I'm just itching to get the camper out. Oh, I can't wait. Want to get out and enjoy some
Yes, I am.
All right, well, that's cool. We're keeping it toned down here a little bit, at least for right now. Yeah, man.
You don't think I can hear you, you fucking retard, Johnny? W3UX, the douchebag in South Carolina who thinks he goes stealth. What a moron.
KB2UKA. KB2UKA. Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike, do you copy KB2UKA? Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike, do you copy KB2UKA? K1WIL, do you copy KB2UKA? Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike, do you copy KB2UKA?
WA9WUD.
You're 5 over, Alan.
Thanks.
That might not be a good thing for the other guys. I don't think 40's that long. I'm hearing South Carolina, Ohio, well, but I hear Ohio even when it's relatively short. Dom, you in there? think that's him tuning.
W4DR is a frequency.
There you go. I hear you fine, Dom. I hear Alan. Did Bill come up?
Yeah, he's on his way. Nothing on my audio?
No, crystal clear.
Alright, then that's what the problem was, that connector being loose. I'm going to have to find another way of grounding that thing still. I think it's because the EQ is just not grounded, and that's supplying the ground to, from the mic cable to the box. And I'm gonna try to do something a little bit more secure, because I don't know how those two screws loosened up.
Just from the wire bending probably over time.
Yeah, Bill said the same thing, but it never moves. It's the higher cable that goes to the boom and the keyer, you know, and it just sits there, and it's wire tied on the back of the desk, so it doesn't really move. But maybe when I clean it, it moves a little bit. I don't know. It's just, I just couldn't believe how far the screws were out, though.
Or maybe it's been loose since it got delivered to you and you never noticed it.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. It just seems like it was unscrewed, but I know that's not possible.
How are you copying me, Dom?
Marvelous. 10 over S9, good audio, clear.
All right, well, I think that means I'm going to go 4K then, if you guys are hearing me all right.
Okay, now the AM window is down below us, but I'm not hearing them, and they're far enough away where they can go down a KC or two and not go so wide, but we'll see what happens. We ran into that yesterday.
Yep, if I see them, I'll shorten up. Let me, hold on. Let me switch profiles here. All right, Alan, here comes the boom boom. All right, hold on. Okay, KB2UKA. How's that sound, Alan?
Yeah, it sounds just like your YouTube channel. Do you want a recording?
Sure, I'll take one. Am I 4K? Yeah, I'm 4K. All right, this is KB2UKA, Long Island, New York. We are doing about 1250 watts, so 1.2K into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 65-foot ground radials. And, yeah, so it's going to be a chilly day today, but finally the sun will be out. So it should top out around 29 degrees. KB2UKA.
Hey, Doug?
Yeah, Dom.
Bill says he's only hearing me at this point.
Oh, no.
Well, Bill, you're going to hang in here, right, and see, wait for the band to switch up? You started off at 10 over, but by the time you unkeyed that microphone, you were 25 over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You and I, that connection, but you're in the catbird seat. All right, Dom.
All right. He's going to go get a cup of coffee and wait for the band to change. I'm going to go run to the bathroom and go take a smoke, Doug. Then carry on with Howard. Both you guys are sounding good here in South Carolina. W4DR.
Okay, Dom. And Bill, I hear you in there. You're higher than my noise. I can make you out. So I'm expecting probably in like 15 minutes we should all be good. Yeah, Alan. So this is the Voodoo profile. The other one was 3K. And then I have another one which is also 4K but not as bassy.
Yeah, it sounds great. Yeah, I just sent you just a short audio clip of the 4K. Yeah, it sounds great.
All right, cool. So what are you doing? Are you using a DAW for the transmit audio?
Yeah, I'm using a DAW. Like I told you before, if you recall, I'm using the Mac, but instead of using the same DAW that you're using, Logic Pro, I've also also got that, but I'm using Audio Hijack, which also will use all the same plugins, that you've been talking about. I can configure that, but it's more of a graphical interface that I can use the sequence and also the individual settings for each plugin. So again, it's a learning experience. I can operate these rocks here with my truck, so I can transmit, receive, and listen to my audio. So that's been a help in setting things up.
All right, great. Yes, it sounds very good. I think 40's in the process of shortening up. Your signal dropped, so I don't know if you're still hearing me as well. But yeah, now with Audio Hijack, can you run all VST plugins with that, or is it all AU plugins?
Well, I'm doing both. In my mic profile, I've got basically it's you put out the YouTube on the sequence, so I'm basically following your sequence, and I've added a few.
Oh man, I'm losing him.
Dynamic equalizer from Waves. Basically, it's all Waves plugins, with the exception of the one from what's it called, Exotope. But they're all running just fine. And again, it's a little bit easier for me to visualize, and I can set up switches, graphical user interface switches, so I can switch between profiles just by switching on my dashboard on my Mac. I'll take a screenshot and send it to you.
All right, cool. So the biggest thing that I found, especially with the transmit profiles with the plugins, when I was following NU9N's instructions, he talks about setting the gain structure, but he's not talking about plugins, obviously. He's talking about analog gear. So you got to get the output right in component 1 to drive component 2 well, right? And then you got to get the output right in component 2 to drive component 3, and so on and so on and so on. So when I first started running the plugins in his ordering, I tried to do that. And then I realized, and actually Steve is the one who told me, sometimes you have to think of each plugin with the gain structure as a standalone. So the plugin above it, I don't have to push the output to get the right input in the next plugin. I can just adjust the input in each plugin individually and the output in each plugin individually to get the right gain structure that I want in each plugin. So once I started doing that, I really got the gain structure where I wanted it to be. Over?
Yeah, I agree, 100%. This is WA9WUD. And since I'm at the bottom of the learning curve, or the top of the rabbit hole, I've been doing a ton of experimenting, just like you said, as you said in your video. Shutting them down individually and seeing what the effects are individually, and then experimenting how I start them back up and seeing how they interact with one another. And again, yeah, you're right, controlling that gain level is the most important, and following your advice and Steve's advice and others, I try to keep it at, in the minus 10 dB range, from plug-in to plug-in.
Yep. So I try to keep it on voice peaks anywhere between -3 and 0. I found for me that's what works the best to drive the amplifier. So let me pull up, let's see, usually where I get the most problems is in the second compressor. So KB2UKA. All right, so right there when I said the letter A, that touched 0 dB. It did not clip, but that's kind of where I want it to be. I want it to be floating between -3 and 0. If I float between -6 and -3, especially on the compressor, the second one, I lose about 200 watts of output power. And so for me, that's where I found it works well. And even like with the first plugin, the that I'm using, let me get this going here, the tube saturator. That one, yep, I just touch -1, 0 dB, somewhere around there on very loud voice peaks. Over?
No, you're big.
Oh, wow.
Developing that, and I probably lost some hearing over the years, working in an industrial environment. So I'm tuning my ears to listen for the nuances that you guys have been talking about, but I'm not there yet. But I am using the real-time analyzers in the EQ plug-in, and that helps me out a lot to set things up.
Yeah, well, it sounds good, Alan. Like I said, really good starting point. Bill, you've got to be 10 over. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just come back with my cup of coffee and put the cans on them. Wow. Yeah, sounded good though.
Yeah, you as well. You as well. I'm still hearing Alan just fine. Are you hearing him?
I know he's in there, but I can't make out what he's saying.
No, she asked if I'm hearing Bill. I'm not hearing Bill at all. And Doug, how do you like your new microphone so far, the Dynacaster?
I like it so much, Alan. And by the way, Bill said the same for you. So 40 must be shortening up. I like it so much that I'm going to email them and tell them this may be the best microphone I've ever used in amateur radio, and they should consider a small segment of their marketing to that community. Since I've been using this mic, Alan, again, I'm holding the peaks of the audio longer, and it's driving the amplifier better. So better than the condenser did, obviously better than the Rode Pod mic. But I was using a cloud lifter with that, and this basically, it's because the preamp is right in the microphone. There's like zero loss of power, and it's just unbelievable. I highly recommend it. Our good friend Art, who uses an RE20, I think is going to sell his RE20. And he said it's very, very close to the RE20 with a cloud lifter, but he's getting better peak holding as well.
Thanks for the report. How's it doing on the lows? Because I'm getting feedback that my lows need work.
It's doing great on the lows. So there's two settings on the back of the mic. There's a low pass and a high pass. So I have the low pass set on flat right now, and it's picking up all my bottom from the DAW. And I've got the high pass set on the middle setting, which adds a tiny, tiny bit of lift to the high frequencies. Over?
Okay, yeah, thanks. That's good feedback. I appreciate it. Well, this is WA9WUD for ID, and I'll let the others jump in there.
All right, cool. All right, Bill. I think Dom went to grab a smoke.
What's the matter?
Man, I'm just so glad I quit those things 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Come on, Dom, get yourself a vape. It's the lesser of two evils.
I I think when my wife and I started having our kids and stuff, she quit when she found out she was pregnant. She quit, and then I quit right afterwards.
Yeah, my wife's been smoke free for about 1.5 years now. She waited. She didn't smoke when she was pregnant, but she went right back. This is the longest she's ever gone. I think she's done.
All right, I want to try something.
Your big signal here, Dom.
All right. I'm eating dried fruit. Excuse me. I want to try something out here. I'm gonna crank my audio up just to see if I can make it make the arm come back. Okay, this is probably overbearing or overdriven. I don't know. You guys tell me. It looks like it's overdriven. No on the pan adapter. Oh, are you picking up the RF at this point?
No RF, and it does not sound overdriven. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I said nothing here. Even on the overdriven part, if you got excited, it might go. But no, it sounds good.
Oh, all right. I'm just checking because I don't want it to come through. Yeah, I wonder how long that blooming thing was loose because those screws were really loose. I mean, when I grabbed the connector, the whole thing just was jiggling. So I don't know how long it's been like that. I wonder if that's what Art was picking up whenever I hit, brought my compression up. All right, that was on the mic gain. I'm gonna put the mic gain back down where it was. Hello, 1, 2, 3, and a little bit lower. And now I'm gonna go to the compression. I'm gonna boost it up. This is about normally as high as I put the compression. Let me get on my meter so you can see what I got. And I'm seeing about 5 dB of compression. And now I'm going to turn around. You just said something. And now I'm going to turn around and bring up. He's probably still sleeping. I don't know. He must have had a better waffle last night than lasted a while. All right, I'm going to bring the compression up and see what happens here. This is where I normally keep it, and this is and I just want to see what happens when I bring it up to 10 dB. This is 10 dB of compression. And are you hearing anything ripping?
You just got louder. I'm not really hearing any RF or no ripping.
Nope, me neither. You got a little louder, and it almost added a tiny, tiny bit of a reverb effect, and that's because it's picking up the room more with the added compression.
All right. And before that, you didn't notice the effect, right?
Correct. So you sound like I sound with reverb. That's which is not bad, but that probably means the compression is too high.
Right. All right. And then this is where I normally run it. This is about a 5 on a compression, 5 dB, and that's all I really need to drive the amp up to its full potential. All right, guys, that's all I'm going to bother with. I'm going to plug these headphones in, and I'm going to pay attention to myself today. I'm going to have to find another way of grounding that connector, a better way of grounding that cable, because that could happen at any time. I guess if it gets warm and cold in here, and that cable, expands and contracts along with the metal, it must be loosening it up that way.
Yep. So I guess Sunday mornings, we don't want to be on 299. You guys see that broadcast that just started up?
K2UKA at the bottom.
KB2UKA, and you guys hear the broadcast station?
I believe that's one of the AM guys.
Yeah, I'm not, I can see the signal, but I'm not picking it up here yet.
No, it's music, Dom.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing it. We had a guy down there yesterday. Will was the name or something like that. QRM or something.
Oh, come on. The AM guys are QRMing too?
Just one of them. The other guys came up and joined us, so I don't know. Do you still hear that echo effect?
Negative.
Doug, this is my boom setting. Is it okay?
What was that, Bill?
I said I'm on my boom setting. Is this okay?
Oh, yeah, it's real good. I have my receive bandwidth, though, at 3K. I'll open it up because of the broadcast. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm running about 4. I just wanted to try it. I'm probably gonna go back to 3, but I just wanted to see how you were receiving this.
It sounds great. And 1 hour, 15 minutes on the live stream if you want to hear it later. Yeah, no, I'm transmitting it 4. I was just listening to Dom at 3, but I might go back to 3.
Is anybody upset being wide or anything?
No, leave it. You sound great, though.
Oh, yeah, you just want me to bully the band?
No, it's not like that. It's not going out like that. You sound good.
All right, hold on. Let me slide down here for a second. I want to hear this. I think you're right, Dom. All right, that's not broadcast. I think that's QRM.
Yeah, he's trying to clear the band, I guess. I don't know.
Where's the center point? Is it an AM carrier?
Yep, 295, and he's pretty strong.
Yeah, see, I'm not picking it here, so, yeah, I'm not... I can see a signal on 290 in upper band. I see a big signal up there. It's a AM broadcast or something, but that one on 295, I have nothing here.
I'm not sure. It sounds like China. Yeah. It sounds like Chinese music. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably because we're paying too much attention to Russia.
Yes. Well, you know my prediction. They're going into Taiwan when the Ukraine thing becomes official.
Yeah, it'll probably be Sunday, Monday, I hear, because the Olympics are over today, and it's all's going to break loose. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep, I agree.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump off. This is Al, W89WUD4ID.
All right, Alan. Thanks for hopping in here, man. Sounding good.
Okay, yeah, take care, Alan. Boy, I heard your big that's on. Ben must have switched. Okay, buddy, take care, and nice chatting with you. Kilo 1, Whiskey, Indiana.
Yeah, Alan, take care. Nice meeting you. W4DON.
You guys want to go to 289?
Hey, Bill, and 73, Doug.
73. You guys want to try 289?
Yeah, that's a 289. I don't know if we're going to run into more net. That's the thing. I could go look if you want.
Yeah, go look. And it doesn't have to be 4K. I'll go back to 3K if I have to.
All right, I'll be right back. Don't laugh, Bill.
I knew word you probably hadn't, but that's okay.
What, where's he going? Like 183?
No, we had all that problem on 235 and 234 that has brought the starter.
Wow, this thing is strong. Real strong. That's what's making me think it's broadcast, Bill, because I'm on the coast and you're not hearing it that much, right?
Oh, well, I can actually see it. It's strong, but it's not coming into my band pass. I'm not here, but I definitely see it.
Yeah, it's like 10K wide. Maybe 8. 7.305.
You see that one?
Oh yeah, I see that. That's a big boy.
I mean, it got my screen completely wiped. On the waterfall display, that's how strong that thing is.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, what I'm hearing in my band path right now, it's almost like an FT8 sound, you know?
Yep, me too. I just can't tell if it's intentional. and it's gone.
Yeah, same here. Hey, did you watch Steve's YouTube video about the new software from these guys? I don't think he's liking it too much.
I don't think he has it. I sent him an email. I don't think he's in the tester group. So he's just talking about the last release that's public. So I sent him an email just to let him know that they've done some major improvement in the new release that's going to come out publicly probably in a week or two.
Oh, okay. He's not on the alpha or beta group.
Well, it's alpha, but he's not in the live chat of all the other testers. So I don't think he's in. I don't think he has the one I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just watched the video and he said the new release. So that's all I know. It could not be because he only put it in a couple of days ago, I guess. But that's what I had taken from it. But I can hear that.
All right, let's QSY to 220 KB2UKA.
Okay, 1WL.
KB2UKA.
There you go. Now there's a broadcast station right below us.
No, that's fine. Unless you're hearing it strong, I'm not.
Oh, no, it's not bothering me. Hey, tell me something, Doug. Is there anything different about my... I may have bumped some stuff in my settings in here when I had that RF. And is my treble and bass, just the treble and bass, the same as it was as you've always heard me? Or does it look like it's changed?
Well, I like whatever you did. If it did change, I like it. What I think I'm hearing is your treble is up a little bit.
Oh, okay. That I may have done. And made that. Well, yeah, I can see it. But you say you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It sounds airy and nice, Dominic.
All right, then I'll leave it be. Because I don't know why. I thought, I wanted to change my tone. On a 7300, when you go into tone control, you got receive and transmit. And I hit transmit, and I was trying to change the tone on the receive, and I hit TX instead of RX. And then I realized, I was like, why ain't I hearing a difference? And I realized I was on TX instead of RX. Because I wanted to balance out the sound I was getting today. It seems like it was a little high-pitched, and I was going to bring the treble down here. All right, then... if it sounds all right with you, I'll check with Bill, and Art would be the good one when he comes over with that 25-30 over signal. We could really hear the ins and outs. I just don't want to be too loud. I don't want to be blasting, scratchy, or anything like that.
You're not at all. Not at all. Not Dom. Bill, what do you think?
Yeah, it's like that old song you hear. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Oh, baby.
Give me a little more audio, Dom.
Yeah, I sent you something on there, Bill. You said, I'm only hearing you, Dom, and I was like, that's all you really need. Hugs and kisses.
So, just from a visual standpoint, I think you could bump your high end like 1 or 2 notches to fully balance it out.
Yeah. Maybe I turned it down in the settings. See, I don't like using the one in the radio because in case I ever have to reset the radio, I got to remember this stuff. I'll write it down anyway. TX sideband. All right. Yeah. Right now the treble's at +3, and now I went to +4. How's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is W4DR. Okay, just north of Columbia, South Carolina. The temperature is about 43 degrees, and it looks like it's going to be a sun-shining day.
Okay, so you're 3K wide, and I'm seeing a lot of the energy in like 1500 hertz to like 1900 hertz, where I would like to see it. Well, that energy is fine there, but I'm not seeing the same peaks between like 2400 and 3000. And all the clarity is really at like 2500. And you're very clear. But I think if you could get a boost between 2500 and 3K, it'll brighten it up even more.
2500 and 3K. Let's see where I start off at. 2500 and then there's 3K. Yeah, they're both set for, what is it set for? Yeah, they're both set on +1 on this box. It goes 0, negative to the left, and positive to right. So you want to see more highs?
So if you have the frequencies on that box, at 2500, put it up 2 more notches. And at 3000, put it up 1 more notch.
Okay, did exactly what you said there. And W4DOM for ID. Hello, radio. How's that sounding?
To my ears, not only sounding better, but it looks better. Now that 2500 to 3000 is matching the low end. What do you think, Bill?
Yeah, well, here he's pretty high. I think it's clear. Don't get me wrong, but you know me, Doug. I'm into the bottom end of it, and he almost sounds like he's just a notch below a contester.
I don't know. Keep talking, Dom.
The headphones are now. Yeah, I'm not hearing anything low in the. Let me check my bandwidth. Yeah, my bandwidth is up there. Yeah, it does sound pretty high.
All right, so then why don't you try putting it back? But I'm seeing it, though. There was no energy there, and now there is. So maybe drop both of them 1 notch, 2500 and 3000. Drop them both 1 notch.
Dominic, I got when you made them adjustments, I have a Bandicam clip I'll send it.
Oh, okay. All right, I dropped them down half of what they were before. W4DOM.
Better to me.
Yep, it does sound better. So but now I don't see the energy there. So I'm wondering, I'm wondering, Bill, what do you think? You think that means cut the low end 1 notch?
Well, when he gets balanced out, he might be able to. I don't know where his compression's at. And, that's your talk power right there, your energy. So I don't know if he could bump that 1 or
What's
something.
What's up, Ray? Good morning. Good morning, Todd.
The compression? Yeah, it's at 5%. I can bump that. But usually when I bump it, it makes everything higher. Let's see what happens. I'm seeing on the spectrum scope here, the lows is balanced with the mid-range, and the highs are a little bit lower. So let me go another notch.
To me, you just don't have that fullness, that richness. You sound fine. But you don't have that forward,
soften it up a little bit.
Like a full gain richness.
Right. How's that sound right there?
W4DOM. I see the energy's not there.
Okay, you guys, that was a perfect double. You both ended at the same time, but I heard both of you. Go again, Dom, because I think when you did that adjustment, I liked it. Go again.
Yeah, I went and brought the compression up, and now it's about 7 dB of compression, and I backed down the mic gain to soften it.
It sounds good, and exactly what you said about the lows matching the mids, but not the highs. That's what I was trying to help you correct. Keep going.
All right. What did you say, Bill?
I couldn't see. You went up to 7, and that when you do that, it sort of brings it's sort of higher on your highs. It sort of brings that up a little bit more to me. But that could be, don't go by my hearing. I'm not an audio file, so I don't know.
I got you. All right, I'm gonna go to the 2500 and try to get that high up and see what happens there. This is a little drastic. I brought it all the way up to about 5 dB. It goes to 6 dB. Is that too high right there?
So the energy is now visibly there, and it looks pretty balanced, but that's just the way it looks. I think Bill's going to say it's too high, and I think I'm going to agree. Pull that 2500 back one notch.
All right. Back one notch. All right, now I'm going to try to compensate that with the 3200 and see what happens here. If I bring this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting negative 3200. And then I'm going to bring in the 2500 back where I had it. W4DOM. How's that sound like that?
Well, now the energy's gone. So as you were talking, I was moving my slider. The whole thing that you said about the lows matching the mids, maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Maybe we got to cut a little bit at like 1500.
All right, let me take a picture of this before I go any further.
It's very clear, I can tell you that, but it's different from up on 75 meter band. I can tell you that too. I don't know. I don't know what changed from just coming down to 40.
It does that. I noticed that the gain is different too. All right, I took a picture, and it sounds awfully high to me like this. I'm not hearing the lows through the headphones. Matter of fact, it sounds too loud to me. Let me turn this monitor down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a lot better. All right. Now, what did you want me to work on?
Go to 1500. Do you have that control?
Yeah.
What's the gain set on at 15?
It's set to positive 1.
Go to -1.
I'm sorry, it's actually on -1.
It is on -1, huh? Go to -2.
Alright, I'm going to go through -2 to -4 so you can hear the differences. W4DOM, this is -2 right here. This is -3 right here, W4DOM, cow now, brown cow. And this is about the 9 o'clock position. And I could hear it drastically have changed. Go ahead.
Damn it, your signal dropped. Keep talking.
All right, this is at the 9 o'clock position, and I could hear a big difference. But see what you like there.
Okay, 9 o'clock is how much of a cut? How many dB?
3 dB.
Well, let Bill chime in. It looks more balanced now.
Okay. How do you like this, Bill? Is it less screeching to you?
Bill, you there?
WIL, W4DOF.
Yeah, go ahead. That was up above us. Go ahead.
Okay, I took the 1500 down. It's now about -3. And how's that sound to you? K1WIO, W4DOF. I know it takes a little bit of the screechiness away in the headphones.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Again, I'm not an audiophile. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing, and you know what I like. I like to bottom end a little bit more, but yeah, it's improved. That's for sure.
Alrighty, and it does sound more calmed down and settled. Although I'm not seeing the very end of the high, but I have that. Let me go to settings for a second. Roger, appreciate that.
Dom, go to 3K or like 2900 and bump it 1.
I'm just checking something right now.
The band's also changing a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to flip around.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. Hello. All right. Did you notice that subtle change right there?
I hear it and see it.
All right. And how's that?
I like it. I have another question. What's your ALC meter doing?
My ALC meter is almost at the top. It's about 3/4. Peaks almost at the top.
Bump your mic gain 1 or 2.
All right, hang on a minute. It was on 48. It's now on. Oh, what's that? 30. Yeah, it was on 38. Now it's on 40. KB2UKA W4GOF.
What do you think of that, Bill?
Yeah, I'm liking that. That's pretty much how he sounded before, up on the 75 meter band. So, yeah, it's an improvement, Dominic.
All right, I'm checking out my average power here. It looks like it's doing okay, and it doesn't look hot. I'm getting about 4 to 5 dB of compression, and the ALC is staying within, it's behaving, should say that. And I don't think I have I think I lost some of the highs, though. Are you noticing that? Look, I'm looking at the pan adapter, too. It looks like I got a lot of lows, and I dropped the highs off.
Well, you have more highs than you had, but I agree. And if you look at the YouTube page right now or later on at 1 hour and 36 minutes, the waterfall, it's not as strong right at 2.9 or 3K. I think you could go one more click up.
Okay, you would Bill doubled for the most part of that. Bill, go.
No, I was just saying on your upper range, your upper registry on your highs, you might be able to take it up one more. I see the energy. I didn't see it before, even though, the band it's flipping a little bit, but I think if you bring it up a notch or so, it should be good.
All right, it's the same thing you said, Doug. Now, I just did that. I took the 25 and the 32 up 1 notch, 1 dB. How's that? This is actually plus 2 dB on both.
I think it's perfect, Dom. And now it's darker on the waterfall right at that 2.9, 3K.
Okay. And Bill, you like it? You concur?
I do. Yeah, that's like I said. You were getting a little bit of energy out on your, on a spectrum. I was watching that too on, the separation between, your baseline, your mids and your highs. So you got a pretty defined, you got a pretty defined now. You can see the separation, so you know what's combining together. Yeah, I like the sound. I think it sounds good.
Oh, baby, if you like it, then I'm good with it.
It sounded good.
Thanks a lot, guys. All right. Thanks, Doug. Appreciate it. I'll leave it here. We'll see how it goes and see if anybody comments on it.
You're filling up the whole 3K envelope now. See that? So you were 3K wide, but you looked like you were 2.5, and because there was no energy above there. But now it's filling up the whole bandpass.
Yeah, that's what Bill said. It sounded like I was 1 notch away from DX.
No, you're good now, though. You got across the spectrum. I mean, you got the separation. You can hear everything in there now, so you're good.
Yeah, it's a radical change from where it was. I didn't mess around with any of the low ends on the EQ. It's 8-band, so from about the midpoint, the 4 on the left, which is all the mid-range lows and lows, I didn't fool around with any of those. It was the 4 on the right, and they're actually opposing each other. When you get near the 1500, they're both like positive or negative, what is that, -3, and the other one's a +2, the last two.
Yeah, wait till Art gets in there too. He might hear something different than what we're hearing. So, he usually polishes it up at the end anyway. So, but I knew when you come from 75 meter band down to 40, it was different.
Yeah, there's a mic gain difference. I noticed that. Whenever I go from 75 meters or 80 meters up to here, there's a mic gain difference, and I have to either crank it up or lower it. Maybe not now. We'll see what happens.
Does it save it by band?
96, we're going to have to do this all over again.
Sorry, I doubled with you. Does the 7300 save the mic gain by band?
No, I don't think so. It's it's all the same, no matter where I go.
Okay. Yep, that would make sense. Mic gain, I think, should stay the same. No, you're sounding good, Dom.
All right, we'll leave that there. I wonder how long that connector was loose, and it may have been introducing RF on my signal the whole time. Because Art, whenever I showed any deflection or compression, Art was hearing roughness on the tops on my peaks, and I think it was that blooming ground.
Well, like I said, you could have bought that cable and it got delivered loose.
Yeah, but I've had it about a year now. I'm pretty sure I had a ground issue in the beginning, and I had to go in the box and run the ground from one barrel straight over to the other barrel, because I was telling Bill the paint job they did on it is so thick and hard that when they put the bulkhead connectors in, they never really bit into metal. It was on paint, powder coating. They were just in the paint. They weren't through. So I actually went in there, and when I was extending the mic cord on it so I could put the box next to the radio out, sticking it on top of it. And when I went in there, I noticed that I unscrewed the screws, that it was still on paint and never scratched in or never dug in, you know. So I went ahead and I scraped it, and then I put one of those big eyelids on it, and I ran it from one to the other, and to ground it through, straight through. And that seemed to work. And that ground on the Heil mic, that ground underneath that barrel is from Heil. They have one there and they have one that's on the radio. And they both have ground wires that come off connected to the barrel that it connects. And you think I would have seen it? I've probably seen it. I think it just loosened up on its own. It could be from the rocking and rolling the desk back and forth. It could do that, I guess.
Yep, it could. So normal etiquette, I would shorten up here to 3K, but these guys just came into the 3K profile, so I don't think I'm going to shorten up.
Oh, the guys on 218 or 215?
Yeah, they're, because I'm listening out at 3K, but I'm transmitting at 4K, and I'm all over them. But even if I shorten to 3K, they're still in the 3K bandwidth.
There's a bunch of old guys that get on 7218 every day. They got another alternate frequency up the band too that they use, but they're pretty hard-headed and stubborn, set in their ways, and they'll just fire up round top of you.
Yeah, I was asking how you looking on 214.
On 214, I'm seeing nothing, but I guess there's right on 215 there's a AM station. You see that?
Yep, but I'm clear on 14.
I don't see anything coming off of it.
You want to go down there?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to sit here, if we're going to sit here, I'm not going to listen to this. I'd sooner get off.
Between 213 or 21250 and 215, that's a small 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, there's a small gap in there, but I don't know. We can try it though. Are you clear below and above that, Bill? Because I see something.
A guy just fired up on 212.
And then I don't want to go there neither. I mean, I just asking if you know how to look for you guys. That's okay.
No, let's go to 14.
Oh, I want to find something that's going to work for all of us.
Yeah, I understand that. I do too, but I'm starting to see a signal on around 213, so it's light, but it's there.
Yeah, I see that too. Like 212.5.
I don't know, what time is it right now? Yeah, probably another hour or so to be gone. Hour and 15 minutes.
What'd you leave out there, Leroy? Can you come out to it over there?
Southwest of the man pass. He's laughing down there. He thinks it's funny.
Well, I could get real funny if I wanted to.
No, don't get upset about it. It's just a bunch of old guys.
I'm about to go down below us. I don't think it's going to be worth my time, but I'm about to do it.
What are you going to do, Doug?
Go talk to these guys. and tell them I was good as a courtesy. I was going to shorten up, but you're in the 3K friggin' bandpass anyway.
Yeah, they're a bunch of grouchy old men, and you could try. I'll stand by here while you talk to them, but they're stubborn old mules. They don't care. They don't care.
I don't know. Maybe I should just go 6K wide. I've got to be. I'm right over their signal right now.
Don't go through the aggravation. Save yourself. I'm telling you.
The only thing that you gotta hope, well, not hope. The only thing you gotta wait on is the pacemaker battery gets low and they gotta get off the radio.
Well, can't RF affect that?
On what?
The pacemaker. They better be careful.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're real. They're as dumb as a sack of rocks, and they're just as stubborn.
Well, you could do something like this, so, I don't know. I'm still hearing these guys that there's no big deal there.
Look at 260. 260 looks clear. I'm going to go see if it's in use.
Yeah, go off, holler a couple times, it'll be clear, we'll get up there.
KB2UKA is the frequency in use. This is Kilowatt Bravo 2 Uniform Kilowatt Alpha is the frequency in use. KB2UKA standing by. All right, I'm hearing some tones there. I think that means my friends are arriving. Whiskey 4, Delta Oscar Mike, do you copy KB2UKA?
Is this the frequency?
Oh, this is the frequency.
All right, somebody tuning up right below us.
Yeah, right in the middle, like, I don't know, 1.5 below. That might be Bill.
Oh, he's right here. I just heard. Let me tune up.
Yeah, well,
All right, well, it is what it is. They follow me on YouTube. That's half the problem.
Hello, America.
Hello, America.
It's better. There is a nasty station down the band there. I see him. We need more band. The FCC's got to give us more band.
Well, they do, and half of it's my fault for not having the extra. But, man, you go down the extra portion of 40 meters, it's a ghost town.
Yeah, I do go down there. But usually it's foreign stations I talk to. Yeah, you guys get the time. I know you got a busy schedule, Doug, because now you're a politician and all of that. He wants to know what's up. He wants to know what frequency.
Let him know. Let him know where we are.
I narrowed up a little bit. I went to about 3, so I'm doing my part.
Yep, I'm going to do the same right now.
My VE certification, and then I'll have you guys pay to fly me around, and we all get together in a central location, and I'm going to give the test. We got me, and we got Don, and we can get one more ham. That's all we need. And the 3 of us can give this test out, and we'll make you take it over and over again until you pass it.
Can you give the test online?
I don't know. I don't think that they were. I think they were thinking about it at one time, but I don't think so. That's the thing. You would have to actually. I don't know. I have to go get VE certified, and I think you only need one extra to be VE certified. And then you need, I think, 2 generals, and you can give the test. I don't know what the requirement is nowadays, but it used to be an extra and an advanced and a general or 2 generals, and you can give the test.
Yeah, I think that was the requirement. Let's see. Can I bump this a little bit? Hold on 1 second. 1, 2. All right, there we go. 1200 watts. Perfect. Perfect.
All right, Bill, what was that?
No, I was saying there. I think you had to have a camera or something. They were giving the test online, but you had to have a camera right in front of you.
Yep, and Todd just said that on the YouTube page. Yeah, you have to be on camera, and you take the test.
The VE certification is something I have to go get first. I don't know how long it takes. But we might be able to do that. I mean, if it's more convenient for you guys, because like I said, I'm not going to charge, you know what I mean? It's and I'll just sit here and make you take it over until you get it.
Maybe I could take it live on YouTube.
Well, that would be fun.
There you go.
Disgraced amateur radio operator fails his extra exam in front of 2,000 people.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to humiliate myself.
I was thinking the same thing. No pressure there.
Well, if I fail it 5 times in a row, I could just edit that out and then go just show the clip of me passing it.
I'm thinking one of you guys is going to be staring into the camera and not move.
Yeah, you're right.
I took my tech and I went and took my general. I knew I was going to pass. It comes like a mission that you don't want to miss anything. When I feel that way about the the extra, then I'll go take it. Before you leave the house, you have to know that you're going to pass that test.
Yep, 100%. And right now, it'd be 30% pass chance and 70% fail.
Me down in Panama City, and he went and got his ham license after I had gotten mine. I told him about it. He liked it, getting the ham radio, and I had gotten mine, and he got his, and then we started going through we went from I went from novice. He went from novice to tech, to advanced, to general, and then to advanced, and then to extra. And we had both went and took our generals and challenged the advanced and passed it. We were advanced licensees, and he says, I'm going to take a break from it a while. I said, yeah, I'm going to give it a little rest. That was a lot of studying we did in a short period of time, so we waited a while. And then one weekend, like 3 days before the test, he turns around and says, I'm going down to take the test. I said, what do you mean? I thought we were going to do it together. He says, well, I've been studying. He says, I think I could pass it. I said, you. He says, so I think I might have mine before you, and I wasn't going to be outdone. I'll tell you what, I studied in 3 days, and then I went down there and he says, what, you studied in 3 days? I go, yeah, I studied. He says, you should still be looking at the book. I said, nope, I don't want to overdo it. I said, I think I'm ready for this. And we took the test, and I passed. You know, they didn't want to tell us how many questions we missed. But one of the guys that was on the VE team at the time turned around and he pulled me over to the side and he says, you missed 1, Gerald missed 3. I said, all right.
I bet you felt like taking your shirt off then.
Oh, I did. But, I knew I was going to pass it because everything was still fresh from the general. I think the general, or the advanced actually, was harder than the extra.
I've heard that from, I think Dawn said the same thing.
Yeah, all kinds of regulation stuff, and, obviously not all the right regulation stuff. They should have been talking about bandwidth and stuff like that, and, interfering with other stations, but they don't too much. But, a lot of stuff on like VHF stuff. You owning a repeater, what's your responsibility, who's the control operator, what you may or may not do remotely, blah, blah, blah. and a whole bunch of garbage like that. And it's like, I'm never going to use this because I'm not going to own a repeater.
Yep. And about the Earth stations and the space stations and, yeah, I've been studying it. Dom, by the way, your signal came up and your audio sounds excellent and it looks good too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm waiting for the audio god. You know who I'm waiting for. No, thanks a lot, though, for the help.
Well, he should be here shortly.
He probably trolled back up and maybe went back to bed, huh?
Well, I think he's making coffee. That's usually his MO.
He's probably still paying off that microphone to the better half.
Oh, yeah. I brought mine in stealthy. Very stealth.
I said to him, he said he had the microphone set to work. He says, and then he was going to, go to work the next day and bring it home. I said, she's going to ask you what the hell that bulge in your pants is.
Again.
Yeah, again.
Holy crap, the live stream's been on 2 hours. I feel like I've been down here 10 minutes.
96. Nice combination.
That's a summer.
Oh, I doubled with you what?
I said, I always tell my wife if I'm going to do something, she might not have a good reaction to it, but you know what?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not married, so I can get away with it to a point. Did you hear what I said? The Dynacaster and the 2496, that ought to make a good combination, huh?
2496, what is that?
Am I getting the number right?
Yeah, it's a piece of rack there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You haven't heard one of those? You've heard one of those. I'm going to tell you something. That guy, Ricky, Frank's friend that you hear on 75 meters uses one. When Nate had his Anon, he used one, and it sounded excellent. And there's somebody else that runs it. Every time I hear somebody running one of those things, it gives the ultimate audio experience, a good experience. And I think maybe that microphone and that unit, and that's all you're going to need.
What, is the 2496 the multicom?
It's the Behringer.
Hold on, let me look at something here. Do I friggin' have one of those? Is that what I have? Hold on. Let's see. Behringer 2496. Oh, that's the Ultra Drive. Ooh. Oh no, I don't have one of those. Bill, you have one, right?
Yeah, I'm running one, but I don't have it adjusted like those other guys. You get down there, listen to them guys that are out to 8K. That's what they're using. They're combining. Now, Rick, I think he's combining an XR and that 2496 together, but the majority of them guys run the 2496.
That makes you come to life.
Yeah, it's a digital loudspeaker management system. Ooh. 4 mono stereo operating modes, selectable EQs, built-in crossover, and output channel limiters.
They're going to pump it up a little bit. They're not real good yet.
And then there's the, what I think the best thing that really makes that thing stand out above is the, Bill had mentioned it, you could change the octaves.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I think changing the octaves is more personal to the person's voice, and that's what makes that difference.
Yeah, then they got, there's you go into this one area, I think it's called the PEQ. You can have parameters set for each of your each of your frequency ranges and stuff like that. So that's when you can change the octaves and, everything, and you can tailor everything just to that certain frequency the whole way from, I think it's from 20 clear up to 20K.
Oh, wow. Now, Bill, do you EQ in there, or are you EQing in the X-Air?
Well, see, I haven't combined the X-Air with this yet. I'm just using this as a, I do the majority. I don't use any EQing inside on the software in my radio. The softwares that come with the radio. I'm just doing everything through the 2496 right now.
Yeah, it sounds good, man. It sounds really good.
I got that voice channel by Art. I got that. There's a EQ system in that, a parametric EQ. I bypass it and go directly into the 2496.
Okay, it sounds good. Did you just change something like 2 minutes ago?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Well, you came up to, you're 10 over now, so I'm hearing the whole thing. It sounds great.
Yeah, thank you. That voice channel that I got, it's made by Art. It has a expander. It has a expander and a gate in it, de-esser and everything, and that's what I'm using. It's tube driven, so I got my mic directly into that, and then I go into my 2496.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does the 2496 supply phantom power?
No.
Okay, that would have been like the icing on top of the cake, huh?
Yeah. Well, if you get one of those mics that, that Doug and Art never running, I don't think you're going to need it.
Well, you need the phantom power to run the lifter from the mic.
Yeah, you do.
Built in. Yeah, that's right.
Art sent me a link here. It looks like you can get one for $30 off of Sweetwater. But I think the 1296 and that microphone would make a beautiful combination. And if you want to use, I guess you can still use that, but like this 8-band, I could probably still use it in line. But I think this 8-band would probably be corrupt to what I could do with the 2496. N4QNT, you in here yet?
I am. Good morning, guys. Wow, the band is hopping. Wow, there's activity everywhere.
Hey, man, I think I found out what that edginess was.
Well, it's complaining about QRMers.
Yeah, that's wearing out. The microphone plug, the Heil microphone plug going into the UR6 box, it has a ground wire underneath the clamp. And those screws were loose. And this morning, all I did was go get coffee and come back, and Bill and Doug said I had RF on my signal, and it was bad. And at first, I thought it was the switch box. I swiped it around a couple of times, and it seemed to be okay. But then as soon as I touched that microphone connector going into that box, it came back, and then I realized the screws were loose. And the audio's they set me up here. And I was waiting for your approval on it, if you like the way the audio sounds.
Oh, approval. Oh boy, no. I like it. I mean, it sounds good. I'm not sure what was adjusted, but I certainly I hear clarity and no kind of I guess there was something lingering in there. So let me get all this straight. I'm still waking up. Good morning, guys. Wow, I don't know why I just slept in. What the heck? So you're back. You're to the back of the radio again. You have the little assembly all set. And you're going back into that accessory port.
No, I didn't even attempt that. I'm in the front of the radio, and this morning, I was talking to Bill and Doug. I went and got coffee, and when I came back, I had RF, and I mean it was bad. I heard the headphones; it was terrible, and I was scrambling around to figure out what was going on, and then I realized it was that connector going into the front of the 8-band EQ, the Heil connector, the clamp that holds the wire. Heil has a ground wire that comes off the mic plug that goes underneath that clamp, and the clamp was loose, so the ground wire was just floating.
Okay. Well, it's perfectly vivid clear. There is not one speck of any kind of artifact or ridginess or, RFI, anything, feedback, And, the EQing, it sounds good. So maybe maybe I'm detecting a little more mids. I'm not sure. Maybe a little more mids was added in, but it's punchy and clean.
Yeah, well, I didn't fool with anything to the left of the 8-band EQ, the bass side of it, mid-range bass and bass side. It was from, I gotta look here, from the 900, 1500, 2500, and the 3200. They're actually opposing each other. The two on the right, the 3200 and the 2500, are about +1 each. And then the other two to the left, which is the 900 and I guess the 1500, they are negative 3.5. And that's the only changes in that. And anyway, I was waiting for you to see what it sounds like. Doug and Bill set me back up. That RF may have been in there for a while because those screws were almost out. Like when I grabbed it, the connector was almost out, and I could slide it up and down the clamp.
It could have been, but no, it's good now. I was able to finally, I'm hoping this is working, the Bandicam. I'll send it right out. I'll just do an instant message your way, and I think it's working now, so.
All right, yeah, good. You were supposed to send one too, Bill. What happened?
No. Sorry about that. I think I shut it down.
Oh, that's all right. Man, you sounded good here. Your signal came up. I was just telling these guys, that microphone, the Dynacaster, and that 2496 would be a perfect combination.
Yeah, for getting a whack over the head when the wife sees the credit card bill.
Did she ask you what that bulge in your pocket was?
No, it was in my coat. I had it all wrapped up in the coat jacket.
I hear you. Hey, Carlos did not deliver.
Wow, I hate to hear that. Man, well, somebody made a boo-boo somewhere. I'm hoping, when you say they didn't deliver, then they messed up the order. It never went out.
That's what it's looking like. It never went out. They said they sent it out. They sent it out, and then UPS turned around and said that the label was made. It's still awaiting item. And she ordered it Wednesday, so it'll be here by Friday, because they said give it 2 days. And here it is Sunday, and still ain't showed up. And there's no phone number. You can't call them on the phone. She has to do a little help thing and send in the message. So I guess they're not going to get that until Monday.
Good morning, Art.
Hey, good morning, Doug. And, wow, yeah, Bill booming in and all that. So, wow. All right, well, I hate to hear that. I guess a couple of experiences here went smoothly, but they definitely dropped the ball. Sounds like a phone call to the credit card company, but make sure she prints that label because that's what they're going to want to see. The order date, of course, and then pending delivery. It never happened. It was supposed to be a quick service because of the dry ice, and yeah, they'll refund that card immediately.
Yeah, we're not worried about that. I'd rather have the pizza, to tell you the truth. At this point, I'm just going to be patient. She sent them some emails, through that help thing, and we'll see what they say. If it's lost in the mail, I don't know how that works, but we'll see.
Hey, Art.
Yeah, Bill, you're booming in, and Doug, you just, oh my gosh, all of a sudden this band is just lit up, sounding great.
Yeah, you're unbelievable, Art. I'm hearing such a difference with the new virtualizer and the microphone. Unbelievable. So what we did with Dom, we didn't touch his mids. We cut the high mid, like around 1500 a little bit, and we boosted his 25 to 3K, because all his energy was in the high mid, and I think it sounds good here.
It does. It really does. Good adjustments. I mean, I have this. I'm getting ready to wrap it up and send it out, Dom, so you'll hear it and see it. But no, good adjustments and a little double in the beginning. I almost caught both perfectly. And let me. Bill, what did you mention as well? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just mentioning when listen to when Dominic's transmitting and listen to the S's. They could be, just listen real close and see what you think.
Not the Sally Self. I have no idea how that goes. What can I use for that? Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Is that how it goes?
Yeah. That I can now that you pointed it out, Bill, that's it. There it is. That edgy or crispiness or something was going on. There was a little tearing, and it's really vivid clean now.
Maybe help them out on that. I just caught that now. The signal's way up too. And Seven Sisters sells the 7 C's.
Seven Sisters sell the 7 C's. So you're hearing ripping on the S's, or like I need a de-esser?
Here we go.
I think it can be taken out, just a little bit of adjustment. I caught it when your signal was way up there, and then that's when I caught it.
This really annoys me. They move right in there.
Acknowledge and say that. Just don't fire up while someone's talking, that's all. Okay, all right, then we'll... Alright, okay, we'll go back. I'm surprised you don't, I hear you just fine. The stations I hear are 20 over. I'm really surprised you don't hear 2 kcs of scratch coming into this bandwidth. Okay, we'll go back up and,
Art's taking care of him.
The only reason why I think they'll come that close to you is because they think the other person they're talking to is strong. And they don't care about the QRM. They're contesters. I think these are contesters that normally all they do is they live for contesting, deciding that they want to rave you now.
Right. So, just case in point, obviously you guys have been here for quite a while. You've already established. And he goes, oh, we didn't hear you guys.
Well, they're still there.
Let me guess, it's a net.
I'm going to narrow up here.
Oh, hey, Doug, it doesn't matter now because they're way up into the band password 260. They're transmitting on 258, so they're I don't care how much you narrow over, it's not going to help.
Yeah, you're right. They don't care.
They really don't care. They just make like we're invisible, like we're not even here. We don't exist.
Well, Art, this might be a good time for me to EQ an 8K profile.
Yeah, what net is that, Art?
And that is mid-cars.
Oh, it's mid-cars?
Yep, mid-cars. Good morning, everyone, and KB2UKA.
I mean, just totally amazing.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, I have. It's just it, just like I just told the gentleman. I had no idea. We picked guys picked the spot. They've been here for a while. I can't keep up with the time structure. I don't have a list in front of me. I'm sorry.
We don't have a list of all of these nets and stuff, and I guess they start on their mark. I guess they start at 8:30 or 8 o'clock. We've been here since probably about 7:30, something to 8.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I wish the FCC would actually enforce the rules. This is intentional interference, no matter how you look at it. And they need to enforce the rules. I'm going to write them a letter. I'm done with this. I'm going to send them the sound clips. I don't care if it costs me an SD card. I'm going to send it to them. I'm going to turn around and say, you need to start addressing this. Otherwise, I'm not going to pay for my license when it's time to renew it and just bootleg it.
Well, here's what we do. We just create our own net right here, about 4.5, and I guarantee you that's not well on those.
Yep. Hey, Paul, good morning. This is Doug, KB2UKA. You're sounding great.
Hey, good morning, Doug. Good morning, everyone. Man, I tell you what, it is a never-ending battle, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And Dom makes a very good point. They don't care if we're in their bandpass. So they don't give a crap if they come in ours.
Well, there you go. That's a great point.
Well, you know, mid-cars, that's one of them mobile-oriented net things. They've been around for, good Lord, 50, 60 years. But, you know, I don't get this entitlement thing.
Right, at least ask, and that's what I told the gentleman. I mean, if you just at least take the moment to let the operators know that event is going to happen at a certain time, I mean, we probably gratefully, with no problem, move along. But just to say, oh, we didn't hear you, and I don't care, I'm firing up right now, that's where the conflict starts.
Well, you and I and everybody else out here both knows if you can hear, if we can hear them, they can hear us.
He must not have a newer radio. He don't know about the notch filters and stuff, so never mind.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Paul, very, very interested in your amplifier. Can you tell me or shoot a link in Signal on where to get one?
Yeah. If you just go to KF8OD and look at his amplifiers for sale, and you'll see them on there.
All right, great. And what model do you have?
Mine is well, he only makes one model right now. Blah, blah, blah. Mine is the one with the ART2Ks in it.
Okay, ART2K. I think you have a newer one, I believe. If you're the gentleman I'm thinking of, I think we spoke back in November on a day you were testing it. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so, because I moved in here in mid-December, and it was here at this house waiting for me. Yeah, he makes a very nice product.
Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. It's aesthetically pleasing too. It's a great looking amplifier.
And it definitely puts out the snot, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I need a snot thrower. I'm doing like 1.2 right now. I need a little boost.
Yeah, that amplifier right there, good Lord. 8-9 watts, 2,000 out, 20 watts of drive, close to 4K.
And that's the one with the ART2K?
That's the one.
Beautiful.
Hey, Art, do you make any more adjustments to your mic? Boy, it sounded really good there.
Oh, I did, Bill. Yeah, I was doing a little tailoring last night in the Vorsis, and just a couple of octave changes, the Q. So I pushed in. I was more in the 1.6 area in the low region, and I went up in that like 2.6 area. So yeah, just belled out, bell curved the Q a little bit.
Yeah, I picked it up as soon as you come in there. I could hear that. That's why I asked you. I figured you did a little bit of adjustment on there. It sounded good.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
That thing sounds marvelous, Art.
Thank you. Yeah, Doug is, man, I'm really enthused about this. The only thing I noticed, Doug, that we have to be really careful for, because it's not in a shock mount. Check this out. You ready? Holy mackerel, you hear that?
Sounds like drums.
Oh yeah, I'm well aware of it, especially with this bassy profile. Here you go. This is the desk that the boom arm is attached to. And that's hitting the mic, that's hitting the boom arm. Whoa, oh boy. Yeah, so we need a shock mount.
Whoa.
It lingers. It lingers for you. It keeps picking up that frequency and plays a note like an instrument. Yeah, you got to be really careful with that. That's wow. N4QNT at the 40.
Yep, KB2UKA.
Well.
N4FUX.
And W4DOM.
Yeah, Art, that's that low harmonic range in that plugin.
Yeah, you really held on there for a while. You after you put that tapping, buddy, it was it lingered on for quite a while there. I'd say probably about 4 seconds or 5 seconds.
Yeah, I heard it in the monitor, and then I'm like, oh crap! I start grabbing everything and try to stop the vibration.
Yeah, it definitely put it out there. That's for sure.
Hey, we could all slide up one, I guess, right?
Yeah, let's go 261.
4FUX.
All right, W4.
All right.
K1WIO QSY 10.
KB2UKA QSY.
All right, a little better anyway. Tighten up the receive bandwidth, so all good. Yeah, I was gonna say, Paul, you could if I was gonna say what song or what album or record in history, if you remember, had this kind of intro, or yeah, there was an intro when they started one of the songs. So
I should know this.
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
I can feel
the
here tonight.
winner, chicken dinner.
Well, Art, as you know, I am not a Pink Floyd fan of his new stuff, but or their new stuff. But Dark Side of the Moon and before, yeah.
I was saying, my better half asked me why I keep playing the same songs up here, because I listen to Dark Side of the Moon a lot. And she's why you keep listening to the same stuff over and over? It's because they ain't made nothing better.
Yeah, I agree. No, you're definitely, I agree, Paul. The breakup stuff, you know, it wasn't as good as when they were, the total package back in the 70s, of course. But yeah, when Waters won solo and all that stuff happened exactly.
And I know one thing: you can't go into a music store around here and start playing Stairway to Heaven. They'll throw you
or
out.
something. Won a couple of good hits.
DJ, are you in here?
Nah, he's making breakfast.
No, he's not. He's keyboarding.
I want to know what's for breakfast.
Eggs for sure.
100% on that, Bill.
He's got them fresh from the source.
In there, who knows? Grits.
Wait a minute. Did they eat grits up in Canada?
He was a farmer.
Nah, that's a southern thing, grits.
You guys see 255?
I think that's like mandatory, ain't it?
I never had eaten grits until I went down to North Carolina. That's the first time I ever had them.
Oh, grits are good.
Yeah, I don't do grits. I'm more of a egg and sausage guy.
Yeah, it's because you come from upper state.
You know what I really like to have is omelets with ham in it, cheese.
Dom, does that mean that okra is out of the question for you?
No, I'll eat a little bit of okra. I'll also do squash. The eggplant, like the eggplant Parmesan, the Italian meal. I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Wait, eggplant parm's Italian?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm kidding. I have it at least once a week, Dom.
It's the only vegetable that you can make taste like meat.
That's true. That's true. I eat double cheddar cheese omelets with ham at least 3 times a week.
I like squash. I like fried green tomatoes. I love that stuff.
Hey, Dom, just stay away from the lettuce. It's bad for you.
I'm going to make a lettuce Parmesan.
Oh, boy, here we go with the lettuce.
You just might as well call it a salad.
Chicken Caesar pizza.
Don't talk about pizza. I'm having a bad day about that.
Well, I'm going to talk about it because I broke keto last night. We ordered a Sicilian pie, and I haven't had a Sicilian pie in years. And, I did damage. 4 big doughy slices.
And I'm walking outside smoking a cigarette now.
Oh, so you had an awesome cheat day, huh?
Oh, yeah. I've been doing this, Paul, for like 2 years. I'm 5'11". I'm 175 pounds. When I started, I was 220. I let myself go, as the ladies say. Within like 2 months, I dropped from 220 to 175. So now I cheat like twice a month. But 1 slice of pizza or 1 piece of cake, I gain 5 pounds overnight because my body, it throws me out of ketosis. So now I probably gained like 7 pounds, and it'll be gone in 3 days.
Yeah, but it was worth it, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was worth it. I ordered, what did I order? I was planning on eating keto. I ordered grilled chicken with broccoli rabe, fresh mozzarella, and cherry peppers. And I start eating it, and I'm looking at the kids and my wife eating this Sicilian. I'm like, that's it. Hand it over.
I don't blame you. I love pizza.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys. I've been on here over 2 hours. It's my wife just woke up. Kids have been up. I'm going to go greet the family. So I'll say 73 to all of you. I'll be on and off throughout the day. We have nothing to do. Take care. Have a great day. KB2UKA.
All righty. Have a great day.
Okay, Doug, take care. We'll talk to you later on. K1WIL.
Yeah, 7-3, Doug. Enjoy. And we'll catch up later from N4QNT.
Tell Dominic I said goodbye, and maybe I'll ship him a pizza. KB2UKA QRT.
Hey, Doug. See, we talked about food. You got to go out and have a smoke. It's almost like you had sex or something.
Right. You normally have the smoke after the meal.
I'm not listening because I don't have my pizza.
We'll help you out. There's another good order place. What the hell is it called? It's Chicago pizza. Lou Almati's, is that it?
No, it's called That Ship Sailed.
I've ordered from Lou Almati's before, and man, they've always shipped it out, Tom.
Carlo's son is going to bring me that pizza before this is over.
Leave the gun, take the pizza. All right, later, guys.
My cousin Bruno lives up there.
All right, guys, have a great day.